Hi guys, this is Fat Math 311 and 312, and it's more of the same that you did yesterday. So they just want to give you some extra practice with finding a common denominator, and that's what this is called, okay? So looking at number one, we have 1/3 plus 3/6. Okay, this is a situation where we can't just add straight across or straight down. We have to find a denominator that these both work for. Okay, so 1/3 and 3/6. If I know my multiplication, I know that 3 fits into 6 already. Okay, I just have to multiply it by 2. So 6 is going to be our common denominator, okay? So we're going to keep this guy. Now, we have to change 1/3. So if we're going to keep the 6 as our common denominator, we want that to be the new denominator, we need to multiply this fraction to get to the 6. So what times 3 equals 6? 2. And we learned yesterday that whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, and vice versa. Whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So I multiplied the 3 by 2. Now I need to multiply the 1 by 2. So times 2. So my new fraction up top is 2/6. And I can now add it to 3/6. Why? Because they have the same denominator. I couldn't before because they were different. It's called unlike. Now they are alike. So let's add. 2 plus 3 is 5. What's my common denominator? 6. And that's my answer. 5/6. Easy peasy. Done. Okay. Number 2. 7/8 plus 1/2. We're used to changing this bottom, or we're used to keeping this bottom guy. That's not the case in this problem. It doesn't matter what's on top and what's on the bottom as far as fractions. Okay? They just didn't want you to get into the habit of always looking at the bottom fraction denominator and saying, oh, I'll just do that. So they switched it on us. But you're smarter than that, and you're quicker than that. So if I know my multiplication facts, which I do, I know automatically already I can use this 8 as my common denominator because I know that 2 can fit into 8. All right? So, but how do I get the 2 to become 8? What do I got to multiply it by? Okay? 2 times 4 equals 8. Now we know that whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So I multiplied 2 by 4. Now I need to multiply the top number by 4. 1 times 4 is 4. So now I can add because my denominators are the same. 7 plus 4 is 11, and my common denominator is 8. But wait, we're not done. They asked us to rename and give a final answer. This is an answer, but it's not the final answer. Why? What's happening with this fraction? What do we call this? Improper, because the numerator is larger than the denominator, so we have to turn it into a mixed number. Y'all know how to do that, okay? You learned that a few lessons ago. So I'm going to take 1 whole out of this fraction. And how do I do that? What's my denominator? 8. So I can take 1, okay? So here's my 1. I just took 1 out of there. What's left over? 11 minus 8 is 3. What's my common denominator? 8. So my final answer is 1 and 3/8. Okay? So in today's lesson, they're just throwing everything at you. They're saying, find a common denominator. Turn it into a mixed number. You got this, okay? You can do it. All right, next one. Okay, 2/3 plus 4/12. We got this. 2/3 plus 4/12. Okay? I see my common denominator already. Do you? Okay, I bet you do. We're going to keep this 12. Okay? Because I know that 3 times 4 equals 12. So 3 can fit into 12. Perfect. So I just gave you the answer. I was going to say, what times 3 equals 12? I just told you, 4. So we're going to multiply the 3 times 4. That equals 12. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. So multiply this by 4, and we get 8. So our new addition equation, 8/12 plus 4/12. What is 8 plus 4? 12. What's my common denominator? 12. But wait. Now it said give a final answer. Is this a final answer? It's an answer. It's not the final answer. Because when you have a numerator and a denominator that are the same, it automatically equals to 1. So our final answer is 1. Okay? Number 4. Now we're doing subtraction. 1/4 minus 1/8. Can't do it. Not going to happen. Isn't even possible. Our denominators are not the same. We need to make them the same. We need to find a common denominator, something that they both fit into. Knowing my multiplication facts, I know that 4 times 2 equals 8. So I can keep the 8. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. Now I can subtract 2 8s minus 1 8. And that's my final answer. Okay? The rest are pretty straightforward. There's no mixed numbers on subtraction. You're just finding the common denominator and you're subtracting. How about I do one more? Okay. 11/12 minus 2/4. I'm doing number 5. 11/12 minus 2/4. Okay? So, what's my common denominator going to be? Is there a number up here that I can use already? Sure, the 12. Okay? So, if I need to make this 4 and turn it into 12, what do I need to do? What do I need to multiply it by? I need to multiply it by 3. Now, whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top, vice versa. Now, my new subtraction equation is 11/12 minus 6/12. What is 11 take away 6? What's my common denominator? What's my final answer? 5/12. Okay? So, that should get you through the rest of these pages. And until the next one.